4 RTX 3090s versus fewer high-end GPUs. Which strategy actually wins for AI inference? This is the question every budget-conscious AI builder faces. Our build uses 4 RTX 3090s, giving 96 gigabytes of total VRAM for about $3,000. But what if you spent that same money on 2 RTX 4090s, a single RTX 5090, or even a used A100? Let's start with the contenders. 4 RTX 3090s give you 96 gigs of GDDR6X at roughly $750 each. 2 RTX 4090s give you 48 gigs for about $3,600. A single RTX 5090, the newest Blackwell consumer card, gives you 32 gigs for around $2,000. And a used A100 80 gig? Well, prices have exploded past $8,000 on eBay. It's no longer a budget option. The most important metric for running large language models is VRAM. If the model doesn't fit in GPU memory, you're done. You'd have to offload layers to system RAM, which is 10 to 50 times slower. Llama 70B quantized to 4-bit needs about 42 gigabytes. That fits on 4 RTX 3090s easily, fits on 2 RTX 4090s, fits on a single A100, but does not fit on a single RTX 5090 with only 32 gigs. Now for the benchmarks. On small models like Llama 8B, a single RTX 5090 is the king, 186 tokens per second. A single 4090 hits 128, while 4 RTX 3090s actually only manage 105 because of multi-GPU overhead. More GPUs make small models slower, not faster. But on Llama 70B quantized, the story flips. The A100 80 gig leads at 22 tokens per second because the entire model fits on one card with zero overhead. 2 RTX 4090s hit 19 tokens per second, and 4 RTX 3090s manage about 17. The RTX 5090, it can't even run it out of memory. This brings us to the multi-GPU tax. When you split a model across GPUs using tensor parallelism, the cards constantly exchange data over PCIe. This costs 20 to 35% throughput for four-way splits. None of these consumer cards have NVLink. That's reserved for data center GPUs like the A100 SXM. On power consumption, 4 390s draw 1,400 watts. You need a dedicated 20-amp circuit. A single RTX 5090 draws just 575 watts. The A100 is the most efficient at 300 watts for 80 gigs of VRAM. Price per gigabyte of VRAM is where the 3090 dominates. At $31 per gig, nothing else comes close. The RTX 4090 costs $75 per gig, more than double. You're paying for speed, not for memory. So what's the verdict? Choose 4 RTX 3090s if you want to run 70B plus models, need maximum VRAM flexibility, and want the best value per gigabyte. Choose 2 RTX 4090s if you want faster inference on models that fit in 48 gigs. Choose a single RTX 5090 if you only run models up to 32 billion parameters and want blazing speed with minimal power. And choose an A100 if budget isn't a constraint and you want the simplicity of a single high VRAM card. Our recommendation for most builders, 4 RTX 3090s. At $3,000 for 96 gigs of VRAM, nothing else comes close on value. The multi-GPU overhead is real, but the ability to run the largest open-source models locally is unmatched. Check out our complete build guides at thinksmart.life/research.